Welcome into Music City Trader podcast, webcast, YouTube cast. Guys, today I am in week 2 of becoming a full-time trader, and it really is actually working. I've got my doubts, of course. Everybody has doubts all the time. I mean, we kind of doubt ourselves, but this is actually working, and I have this new sheet. I'll just put this right up front. Guys, if you want to join the tribe, all you got to do is you got to go to musiccitytrader.com and you can see how to join. There is a way you can join for free. All you got to do is musiccitytrader.com, click enter. You're going to get you get redirected to binary options, tradingstrategy.com. I don't know why it's acting like that. That's weird. But this is the website that we're going to join the tribe. Okay. I'll put that join on there. But this week I created this new sheet, and I have made 3 trades this week, only 3 trades. Monday, it's only Tuesday, and I think I'm going to be done for the week. I kind of thought I would be done yesterday, but I was like, I need to do some turnover. I took a bonus, and so I need some turnover. So I thought, well, I'll just keep trading, or maybe I'll do like a 10 or 50 trade challenge or something to turn over some turnover. But then I thought, you're kind of doing good. Last week was this. I did 32 trades. I had $4,400 profit. My win rate was 59%. Okay. This week I've made 3 trades. My win rate is 100%. So, 100% is better than 58%, and the profit's already at 2760. So I could keep going with my new sheet, and I could just keep trading, but I'm kind of thinking, just because I feel good about this week, I think I'm just going to let it be, and I'm just going to think about it, think about what I want to do. I've got a lot of other stuff I'm doing, and I always get to be trading. I'll be trading forever. So today I'm going to go over my trades. I'm going to show you my trades, and I'm going to show you, and I'll just do more podcasts. I'll just edit more videos because I like doing binary options, but it doesn't mean I have to be over trading, right? And if you guys want to leave your chats in here, leave your messages, I'll answer them. But basically, let's get into what I did today. I think I did yesterday's trades already, but I'll show you today's trades for sure. We're going to be looking at today's trades. This is the session that I did today. I only have like 2 minutes of the video, and that's okay because, the trade went up. So I try to show you in different time frames what I was looking at. This is 10-minute time frame. I thought that the chart was going to go up, because it's kind of been rising in the 30-minute, and it isn't quite to where it wants to get to yet. I think it wants to get up here. So it wants to get up to this level up here, I think. This is all just thought. I did notice that this was the biggest line. There was a couple little lines that I thought, this little green line is one that I kind of drew that was kind of a stopping point. And yeah, in all reality, it could have turned around right there. But it kind of consolidated and kept pushing up. And when it does this, it kind of cues me off. When it goes to another level, it kind of consolidated. I took my trade right here on this dip. So it went up, it hit that line, it dipped, and I thought I took a longer trade, like a 5-minute trade. And I'm glad I did, because this went down for another whole minute after I took my trade, So it dipped, and then it kept dipping. I don't have the moment I entered my trade, but then look what it did. It did what I thought it was going to do. It kind of pushing towards that top, and it keeps going. Now, I got a little nervous here because it started to retract. I had like a minute left. I thought I'm in. I was like, yeah, I'm going to kill this trade. And then look at that big 30-second red candle. I thought, oh crap, is this a turnaround? Is this the turnaround? And I had 30 seconds left. Luckily, this is a big line of support. It broke through it. It just retested it. And so really this would have been a great time to take a full out up trade too, right? Because this, and I'll get a picture of this for my inner circle. I always share those. This goes up like, and then it wins. I was talking to my buddy Todd. I was like, hey, is this your trade? Is this the one that's going to win? And then that's exactly what it does. I opened up my chart and I kind of did what I was doing. This was a little bit out of what I was looking for. Euro CHF. So I'm going to pull up the account and I'm going to see what Euro CHF is doing right now. Okay. See if it actually stayed above Euro CHF. Okay. So, okay, it did what I thought it was going to do. It paused here at this blue line. That's where I won. And it did kind of go back down, didn't it? Yeah, it kind of went back down under. And you never know what's going to happen. But then it did continue its way up. If you look at this in 10, it kind of just went up. And then it just kind of goes up. It keeps going. Now, I don't know what it's going to do here because this is a massive line. If I would have been watching and trading on this, this would have been the perfect uptrend trade line right here. It hit this line in 30 minutes. This was a pretty big line. See up here, it kind of hit that. Well, I guess it hasn't really technically hit it, but that's about, yeah, because that line right there is underneath here. It's underneath there, and then it's right there a little bit, and then it's right here a little bit. And so it hit this line. I mean, if I was going to take a trade here, I might take a longer put because of me thinking it's going, but I would just I'd have to watch and see. Do I think this is going to pierce through? I mean, right now it kind of pierced through, but now it's sort of playing. So I don't really have great confidence it's going to pierce through and go until it does. It did pierce this, and then it sort of played. It's probably going to consolidate right here for quite a while, and then it'll probably go up, later. If it goes up, it'll go up. It'll do it, but I don't know if it's going to do it. So I'm not trading anymore anyway. So no problem for me, right? I'm just looking here just to have fun. I like to look at my trades after the fact. This is where I was right here. It kind of consolidated, and then I got that upper boost here, and then it kind of consolidated again, and then it kept going like I originally thought it was going to go up to that 30-minute line. Now it hit that 30-minute line, and if I was trading like I was all last month and the last couple months, I would definitely take a put here. I'd wait for this line. But what I've noticed is taking trades like that without confirmation, you're kind of guessing on the line. And I maybe I'll talk about that in the coming months. But it's a pretty strong line, right? If I was going to make a put, it would be here because it's hit that line. And even for 5 minutes, it's probably going to go back down. You can even look at the 5-minute, and you can say, yeah, it hit that line. The problem I've been having is in those bigger time frames, when is that line? When is it the time? Because you got to get the time right as well. If I was trading in Forex, I'd probably definitely take a put here and just hold and just make sure it goes down. It's probably going to go down at least to this blue line, and it could even break, and it could keep going. But it could go all the way back down to this line, which would be a huge, nice trade in Forex. But you don't have that here. We're really sniping within 2 to 5 minutes, maybe sometimes 10 minutes. When I was getting kind of crazy last month, I was taking some 30-minute trades off these big lines. And the problem is they'll play around. They might go down and then go back up, but before the 30 minutes is over. So I'm trying to find my sweet spot. Here's my last week of trading. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. Win yesterday, win today. Last week, pretty good wins too, all the way down the line. I've taken this account pretty good the last week. So my plan is, and maybe I'll lay this plan out. Last week I had 4,480 in profit. This week I've got 2,760 in profit on 3 wins, and I can be done because what I'm trying to do is make 1,500 per week, and it's a realistic goal for me to do that. If I can make a realistic goal happen, I've been really pie in the sky, guys, with my charts and with my trading plan. I've been big time pie in the sky. Like I'm going to make 40 grand a month, and the pie in the sky has been fun to think about, but I've never made it. I've never reached it. And I get kind of emotionally strung out towards the end. If I start getting closer to my goals, then I start getting emotionally strung out. And then when that happens, I start making stupid decisions, really stupid decisions. And I hurt myself, so I thought, what, let's stop with the pie in the sky for at least a little bit here. And let's think about what you really need. Cause I don't need that much money, to be a full-time trader. I don't really need that much money. Some of my people in the inner circle, I was telling them my goals, and they're like, well, if I had that much a month, I'd be good. I was like, I need this much a week. And it's like, it's really, just pie in the sky, just like when it happens, it happens. And I think it will happen. My pie in the sky numbers, they're not really pie in the sky numbers for pocket option, because you can make that much money. If you do the math, you can actually see that it could work. But if I'm trying to do that all the time, and that's all I'm trying to do, then I feel like it's a little bit pie in the sky, kind of like, you're never going to get this. You're just always going to sabotage yourself at some point. So 100-day challenge, my first one, I went from 1,000 to 5,000. And then, it was hard, and I had to put some money in, and I blew my account a few times. And, so it really wasn't that great. And my second 100-day challenge, I started out with 6,000 and I ended up with, about 6,000. There was a couple times in there, like on day 40, where I just killed it. I was up there, like I doubled my account. I was up to like 12,000, and then I blew it down. And then I did it again. I got really high and I blew it down again. Like the first time, I think I blew 4 or 5 grand. The second time, I think I blew like 7,000. So if I hadn't done that, I would have had 20 some thousand, and I would have been really reached my goal. But the long-term pie in the sky plan, to me, got me emotional, just daily, daily emotional. This feels a little bit more doable, like, can I win? I've been through 200-day challenges basically, and I've been winning a ton of trades. I went back and I looked at my win rate though. And when I look at my win rate calculation, and I wrote it down here, my win rate, has been kind of up and down some in 2024 for the last year, because I've been trading so much. So you can see my win rates here, that I kind of went through pocket option, and I kind of like just did it. It's like 50%, not good in June. Who knows what I was doing? 54%, 50, 57, 50. I mean, I was probably doing crazy trades here, martingale doing stuff. Once I got into January of 2025, this was my 100-day challenge, my win rate, who knows what happened in February? I think I really blew it in February. That must have been when I blew it. But if you can see the other times where I didn't blow it, my win rate's 55%. Not great, but I mean, I'm trading a ton of trades. I mean, thousands of trades, and just trying to keep it up there. And I realized that even if you have a 52% win rate, you're in the profit every month. 52, 53. I mean, you're just squeaking out profit at 53%. But then Alejandro was telling me his win rate was like 68%. Well, he's trading a lot quieter than I am. He's trading like 2-3 trades a day. Of course, he gets emotional sometimes, maybe blows his account down a little bit, or but he's typically taking a lot less trades, I think, than I am. And when he told me his win rate was like 68%, I was like, well, that's really good, because I made this tester percentage calculator rate here. If you do 100 trades and you have 52% win rate, which is really, you're basically just guessing at this point, and you're winning about half, then a 52% win rate on 100 trades, you make $600. You don't make that much money. But let's say you get your win rate up to a little bit, like 58%. Okay, there's not that many, so you just have to win a few more trades. So you win 55 and you lose 40, or let's make this, try to make this, I want to make this a better chart, but let's say you win 57, and so you win 57 and you lose 42. So you're at 58% win rate on 100 trades. Okay, your profit on that is 10 grand. I could be a full-time trader on that for sure. Even if I lose another trade and I get my win rate down, that's 9,000. And if you get it even down even further, 44, even if you are at a 56% win rate, you're still at a monthly profit of 8 grand if you're using $1,000 trades. So this actually shows me some really key math that I've been missing in my trading. Is like my win rate is around 56%. It's 55, and that's me just taking tons of trades. So every month I should already be, making, if you can see this, $8,000. I should already be making $8,000 per month with my simple 56% win rate. Let's make it 55. Let's say if it really is 55, 45, 46. Let's say we're going to, oh, there we go. So even if I'm at 55% win rate, I should have ended the month with about $6,000 profit. Now, the way I was trading, I was ending the month. I ended one month, I think 2 months ago, and with a $3,000 profit, but I had a 55% win rate. So the problem with that is some of my trades were bigger than others. Some of my trades were out of balance. In other words, maybe I won a bunch of $100 trades, and then I lost a couple hundred, and then I used a $200 or a $400 trade, like a martingale type trade, and my win rate could be 55, but my profit would be much less if I did that and messed it up. Like if I lost a couple of those larger trades, it would throw it off. So in order to do this, you can't do any martingale, you can't do any double ups, you can't do any which are the things that were hurting me. Double ups and martingales were hurting me all the time. So double ups and martingales were hurting. They were trashing my profit. Basically, I would have a bad day where I doubled up a couple bad trades, or I would decide to go ahead and martingale a couple big numbers and I'd lose, and then I'd be down a bunch. So then I'd have to start recovering, and that's why I have a 55% win rate. Even doing all that silliness, I was at a 55% win rate. So I'm slowing down a lot, and I'm at a 100% win rate this week. Last week I was at a 59% win rate. Okay, so last week you can see 3 days, 30 trades, 32 trades in 3 sessions. So I'm still kind of doing what I was doing. I've doubled up. I did this kind of messy session, really, but I still popped out a 59% win rate and a $4,000 profit. That was amazing. This week, I was slowed way down. I didn't do any silliness. As you can see, I'm tracking every trade. I always track every single trade. This is 3 wins in 3 trades in 2 days, and the profit on that is $27.60. So it's 100% win rate, and it's $27.60 profit, and I don't have to worry. I actually can be done for the whole week, and I can take my profit and just be done. My account's bigger than it's ever been right now, because I've won so many good trades in the last 2 weeks, just being careful. Now, can you have a bad week? Sure. And I have more about my strategy. I'm actually going to write this strategy. It's similar to the strategy in the Full-Time Trader book, and I've got those books out there. You guys can watch those. And it's similar to that strategy, but it's a lot slower, and it's really the Full-Time Trader book is compounding, and there's all these different, everything gets kind of complicated, when you're using different math. And that's what I was doing for so many years. I was trying to figure out different ways to hack the math. I mean, that's one of my books was called Hack the Math. At least the idea of the book was called Hack the Math. I think I ended up calling it Full-Time Trader but it was all about hacking the math, doubling up and martingaling and trying to find an advantage. And in all of those tens of thousands of trades, I found the advantage might be slowing up my trades and winning them, not just trying to guess. And a lot of guessing going on in in what I was doing. And now, I'm guessing you're always going to be guessing, but if you can keep your win rate up in the 60s, it doesn't matter what happens. You can be a full-time trader, and you don't have to double up. You don't have to martingale. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't have to risk your account on big levels. I mean, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I'd still like to be trading at 2% of my account. So I need a bigger account, really, but I don't today. I don't need a bigger account today. I've got enough money in there now to do what I'm doing very safely. I have a 2 loss stop loss. If I lose 2 trades in a day, that's it for the day. Because what happens is, and maybe I'll make this a separate video, but since you guys are listening, this is so important. You will lose to pocket option. And I'm not saying that they're out to beat you. I don't really know or care if they're out to beat you. You will beat yourself. Pocket option won't beat you, but you will lose all of your profit. You will lose all of your money in one single session being emotional. That's all it is. Not basically going away from your plan. It doesn't matter. You will lose all of it there. It's not like pocket option beat you. It's not like they have it in for you. It's not like it's rigged or whatever. Your brain is rigged to destroy your account profit in one session. One single session will do it to you. One. And that's almost every time I've ever lost. It's been in one session. I'll just go crazy and get wild. And then I'll be like, oh crap, I just lost a bunch of money. And then getting it back is emotionally hard too. So once you've lost it, so I'm slowing down and trying to make this a reality. And the reality is it's working. So if you'd like to, I'm gonna show this book promo because the books are cool. I like the books, and we have affiliates. You can join the Music City Trader tribe. You can become you can basically just get the books. You can learn to trade. The best thing to do is just get in the tribe, really, because everything, like I said, is changing. As I'm learning and growing, I'm changing and making new stuff. And inside the tribe, you can do that. You can join for free if you use my pocket option affiliate link, and or you can just pay to join if you like. You don't want to deal with that affiliate thing. It's free to you. It doesn't cost you anything to join as an affiliate. And if you do that and make a deposit into pocket option, then you can save whatever money it costs to join the tribe. You'll be in, and you'll have a community. Having a community is really the most important thing, having people to trade with. But here, check this out. These are the books. There's some information on the books for you.
Hey, if you're watching me trade right now and you're just wondering, how am I doing this? What exactly am I doing? All the way from my trading strategies to my math. Hey, we meet up. Hey, no matter.
Well, I don't know what happened, honestly. I couldn't hear the audio, so I didn't know if you guys could. So, but I'll just go to the books. It's easy to do. There are simple books. There's basically a trading strategies book, learn 22 strategies to win. And this is strategies for winning positions. And that's the one book. You can get ebook, Amazon, or Kindle. Then we have Full-Time Trader. This is 365-day journey to $1,000 a day. This is if you really don't have a lot of money and you want to be a full-time trader and you want to just set it up and go, how to control your emotions, how to set a stop loss, know how to risk on each trade, know when to stop when you have earned your profit, learn to track every trade with the journal. And then we do have the Full-Time Trader journal. So these are really still very hack the math system to track your daily trading. Learn how to call to win, even if you have a losing day, because there is a system that even if you lose on a day, you're still winning. And you can look at it in a bigger, there's a bigger picture you can see. And it's not easy to see because when you lose, it kind of feels like, I lost. But if you can see the bigger picture, then this is the Full-Time Trader book is really how I got to where I'm at right now using that sort of system. And I still use that system up until this week when I said, all right, I'm ready. I'm doing this. I'm using big trades. I'm going to just try to keep my win rate up. And so that's going to be the next book. But this is really, you can start with $100, a couple $100, and you can just start growing an account over a year. You can get huge, huge profits if you can control your emotions. So that's really a big key. All right, guys. So I will see you on the next live stream. Thank you for watching. And I wish I knew if this was actually working. I don't see that it's actually working. So I can't hear the video clips. So I'm not even going to play them. I'm just going to say thanks for watching the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you get some of these books and follow along with the YouTube show, as I think we're going to